Hey, this is Neil from bizzaudio, and I am going to give you a quick demonstration of how to get your bizzaudio service up and running, and also just cover a few of the main features of the player and the service. Um, all of the information I'm going to share with you now, and lots more, is available in documentary form on the in the help center, which is available through the website on the support pages. So if you need a more considered study of these steps, you can do that through that documentation, or of course, you can just watch the video again. So the process starts with this email, which is the Get Started bizzaudio product key and download links email, which you will receive after you've signed up. And it does what it says on the tin. Uh, it provides you with download links, which you can see here, which is effectively links to the Apple Store and to the Google Android Store, app stores, where you can download the relevant app, which, confusing though it may sound, will be a Cloud Maestro application. Because Cloud Maestro is our technology partner, and it's only when you activate that app that it will magically transform into a bizzaudio branded service. So don't be put off by Cloud Maestro, and that's an important thing to remember, that the first interface you're going to see in this process is Cloud Maestro branded. And there is a link also to launch the Chrome WebPlayer in the Chrome browser. In order to do that, you need to be in Chrome at the time, which I am. This happens to be a Mac that I'm on, and I'm using Chrome as my browser of choice. And when I click that, it's going to again open a Cloud Maestro branded page with a login field for me to enter an activation code. And that's the second section of this email, is the credentials that you'll need to enter into those fields in order to activate the player. It's a slightly different approach for Apple. That's the way Apple likes to do things, as you probably know. Apple requires a username and a password, whereas the Chrome player and the Android app only require one product key, and that is this long string of a unique string of numbers and letters. So let's get on with the demonstration. So what you will do is you will click on the relevant link here. I'm going to launch the web browser. I'm going to click this to allow files to be stored on the device, because that's necessary to enable you to play and keep the service going offline. And because I've set up players on this, demo players on here before, there was already a product key in there. But if we go back to our second section of our email, we copy and paste the relevant activation key, and we enter that into here, and then we activate. You will see the transformation, and we're now in the bizzaudio app. Okay, so this is the basic interface. It's very simple, and it's simple for a reason, because we know business owners may have a range of staff, and some of them might be, part-time or new, obviously, and we don't want necessarily people tampering with the music. We don't want to give them too many options in terms of changing or messing around with the music, and also we just want to keep it simple. Hence, we've got a big play button. You wear your heart like a locket, far from your mind, but we've got a pause button, and the other thing we can do is we can skip from track to track. I'm just going to pause the music. Now, the other key bit of the interface is this drop down, and depending on which service you've subscribed for, whether it's retail or whether it's dining or whether it's workout relaxation, we have different schedules and programs which contain different playlists, so that will determine what you see here. But this is effectively how you choose the playlist that you want to play. Pause that for a second. Now down here you can see it says downloading media, and that's because we need to get these tracks into the local storage of your device, and so you do need to make sure you've got enough storage. And again, in the documents, the tutorials that you can find on the website, you can find exactly how much capacity you need in order um, to store the tracks that you're going to need for the service. But it's not a huge amount, and most devices these days have got plenty of storage. When you first activate, you might find that some of these playlists don't play, and that's simply because it may be that they've not yet downloaded any tracks for that particular playlist. So don't worry about that, just try the next one. But it doesn't take long for them to build up enough of a repertoire to be able to play the service. Now, these controls here, to be honest, you may never use them, you may not need them, but they are worth knowing about. Here you've got our phone number and a link to the support pages on the website. This is one of a number of ways that you can reach us and send us an issue, a kind of troubleshooting email if something's not working. You can use that. You put the text in here, you type away, and you can send that to us. Bang, there you go. This is just some information about your player. Occasionally, if there's ever an issue, we might need that information, but to be honest, we've got that at our end, so probably not. This is a graphic equalizer, which is quite a nice feature, but for most people, you're going to be just sticking with the default. And again, we've got master music and messages. Messaging is an optional service that we're about to launch very soon. So you can mix music tracks with promotional messages or any other kind of audio content. And you can then set the relative volume of those against one another. But again, most people are not going to worry too much about that. And then here, this when we go back to the channel selector. You can, if you don't want this visible, you can get rid of it, as well as the controls. So again, this turns your player into a very simple interface that staff really can't control or do anything with, unless, of course, they know how to get those controls back, which is effectively just by clicking on the logo, and that brings all that information back in view again. The only other feature worth mentioning now, I think, is the previous 5 tracks, and that's only there if, for example, I don't know, there's a track that you don't like and you want to talk to us about blacklisting that because that's a service that we offer. You don't want that included in your service, then we can simply we can organize that on the back end of the service. But you might you might have heard the track and then can't remember which track it was, but it was 2 tracks ago. So this can be quite useful just in giving you the information about what tracks you've just played. Okay, I think that is probably it. I think I'll just show you. So if you had got an issue, or you want to check out the documentation, you can get that. This takes you to the website support page, and here you can do a number of things. I just wanted to highlight that this is very useful. This is the chatbot, but this is a great way of getting information to us very quickly. If you need help, by the way, you can just call us. But if you want to let us know about something and you want us to get back to you in the next couple of hours, or if you prefer to chat, which a lot of people do now rather than phone, then that is worth knowing about. So I think that is it for now. As I say, I would refer you to going back to here, the knowledge base, where you can find documentation and tutorials on the specifics of getting up and running with the iPhone app, getting up and running with the Android app, as well as the Chrome Web Player. But I hope that's given you a decent overview, and I hope you agree it's pretty straightforward. Thank you. Bye bye.